Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! Hey Star Trek Fleet Command fans, welcome back to another video where today we're the Borg and we're here to assimilate all your time on a Sunday. Because you got nothing better to do except this game. And if you do have something better to do, well good, because I'm here to help complete some of this a lot faster. Now, for those of you who've been reading the calendar, you were expecting some form of prelude event, which has actually been renamed. That's not incoming. We have a new one coming. It's going to be an arrival event, and that has been moved to a determinable future date in terms of when you can work on the projectile. That is from the dev team, and I know a lot of you were expecting that today. So don't worry, the projectile that you're looking for, that fancy new one, will come in the future, but it's been pushed just a little bit as we have now moved on to some of these other events, which, as we'll hop over into our right here, you'll see Return to the Mega Cube, which was planned for the 20th to the 25th and now has started here today on Sunday, which is a 2-day event, very similar to the Scrambled Communications event, if you remember that, with the Uhura and the St. Patrick's Day event. The exception is you get 4 things to complete on Return of the Mega Cube and 2 days to complete it. So plenty of time to complete your Arrival 1, Arrival 2, Arrival 3, and Arrival 4 to then get your Arrival SMS completed, which is paying out right now Borg Recruit tokens, which we'll talk about that in a second. So let's talk about what you need to do to complete these events. Let's start with Arrival number 1. And that is pretty simple. You need to go find and kill a faction scout, whether it's Romulan, Klingon, or Federation. Any of the 3 will work. And if you need help finding the 3, well, good, because I've got a handy tool for you. Bam, bada bing, bada boom, right there. And this tool will tell you where some of the scouts are in various systems. And if you're wondering, how do I find them? Here's a hint. A lot of the spawn patterns for scouts work in a circular motion. So if you just look at some of these systems and where they're at, you can track actually flight paths of some of these things. We'll leave that for another video though. But there's a whole bunch of systems to look in, and I can guarantee you there's a scout in one of them at any given time. It's out there, even in an event like today where everybody's grinding the systems. There are scouts available for you to go pew pew and bang bang on. Don't worry. It's there. Arrival number 2 is a little bit more ambiguous. Actually, it's not. It actually, Borg probes. It says that you need to go kill 25 Borg probes. Doesn't seem to matter which level. One thing I dislike is after you complete it, the question marks still remain, leaving you to go, well, what were the exact requirements? And this event is for level 26 plus, I believe. It's basically once you start getting the Vidar. I know for a fact it's 28 plus. I believe 26 plus. You start seeing the return of the Mega Cube. So with Arrival number 2, you got to go kill Borg probes. Arrival number 3 is a little bit more, once again, click the right button, Rev Deuce, idiot. But now we have looks like you've gathered some materials, refine them into something usable so we can know what we're up against. Requires 1,000 points. I simply did a single refine of my inert nanoprobe. So the 1 pull. And then I also did the officer pull, which is what I do every day, and it was completed. And no, I do not have a max Vidar. It's tier 8, so it did not require me at level 39 to have a max Vidar to complete this event. So they set the milestone pretty low. I'm assuming that 1,000 is literally just refining 1,000, making sure everybody can compete. However, the problem is I can't actually see it because there's question marks. And when I talked to the devs this morning, they told me, things like the projectiles getting pushed into the future. That's not something I thought of asking. So my apologies on that. I don't have exacts on how that works, but shout out to the dev team for even being around on a Sunday to ask questions too. Finally, Arrival number 4 coincides with what is today's Battle Pass event, which is this sending helps, and you need to send, as is kind of self-explanatory, 50 points, 50 helps or contributions to your alliance. I'm of course just going to do helps, but our fears have come to pass. Help prepare for the return of a most formidable enemy. Yeah, so literally just send helps. You're preparing, you're helping. Yeah, exactly. And then that's going to finish up your Arrival SMS, which is going to then give you a total of 200 Borg recruit tokens. Now, what are we going to use those for? If you can imagine in your beautiful little minds, hop out real quick and then head over to also just to show you that the event store is not changed. We still got the same event stuff up. nothing added. So we don't have like a secret event store right now. I know some of you are wondering where they use these tokens, but if you come into the officer event, you will notice one change because the ticket system has returned, and yay, it's the ticket system that we've been wanting. It's the actual good ticket system. It's the one from when we were doing Wormadas. But here's your Doomsday Resistance chest with projectiles inside. So if you have not unlocked TOS Kirk or TOS Spock or the TOS Scotty or any of those cards, well, here you're going to get another chance to go through it. And you can see I have saved up stuff waiting for this to return. Also, you will notice that there is currently no Borg option here. Nothing at all. So save those tokens for when that actually rolls around, and maybe, just maybe, it will be useful. Let's hop out real quick, and I am still awaiting an answer of why today there is not a system for earning tickets. Right now there's a 24-hour run on this. Alliance preparations for the different ones. And these are the same stuff that we were doing before. And this one's nice because Alliance contribution gets you 10 points. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Plus starting regular armadas. So it's different than the Wormadas where we're actually having to kill the worms, but you're still having to run armadas. But if you start one epic or start 2 rares, which remember you just got rare directives about a month or so ago, or just 4 uncommons. I know a lot of people are sitting on commons. You will complete the Alliance preparation ticket event pretty easily if you have tickets at the moment. And you know, in the off chance that they respond while I'm making this video, which is highly doubtful, or if they do, I will put up the information on the screen. If not, I'm sorry, I don't have that handy. Why there's no ticket event on Sunday to give you tickets. And here are the rewards. Once again, you see good rewards. We're getting back to the raw resources that we want, including token pulls. This is exactly how tickets events should be. This is good. This is thumbs up. This is Deuce approved, and Son Goku approved, and everybody approved. Spock approved. We like this. Do this 4 million times. I don't care if you didn't change the Wormada graphics. Leave it up there. I'm good. Actually, I think you can still kill Doomsday Worms. So you go kill Doomsday Worms if you want. But I'm going to focus on the middle one, which is Alliance preparation for Armadas. I'm going to go ahead and hit that start button now because I've saved up tickets because the last ticket system was just awful. So I didn't use them. And back on out here. And then we can see that there's also an anomalous phenomena and threat from beyond. Your anomalous phenomena sadly does not pay out any tickets. And then Swarm Sunday is still here, so you still got to do your grind to get your shards for Khan and Mara. And yes, it is something you should be doing. Make sure that you're grinding those out, and if nothing else, use that new Franklin A, because that thing is a beast. Oh my gosh, she's so good. But anyway, that's today's excitement. The Return of the Mega Cube pointing to some of the stuff in the future, including some of the Borg recruits and those options that we'll be getting, which is really fun to think about. I'm excited about what that could entail, including because you remember there's going to be a mini event store. They've already announced that, and Ultimate DJ's talked about on his podcast. So if you're not following all the Star Trek Fleet Command content creators, well, you should be. And that means that we're going to have some form of store with some enticing items here soon. For now, the Borg are returning. Now, I don't know how much of the rest of the April events we can rely on in terms of date, but you see the Swarm War is supposed to run again this week, which will once again give you a chance for Franklin A refit tokens and Epic Jayla shards. So that's something to pay attention to and prepare for later in this week. You will come back down here and see, remember that the prelude for the plasma blast particle or projectile has been moved to a TBD for this part. However, there is a new event called Arrival that will be running. We've got Return of the Mega Cube right now. Was also told that other new events, instead of just a copy paste of this one, will run according to ops that we talked to this morning. Whether there are more changes, I don't know, because there's been a change from one of the videos I made 3 weeks ago, kind of bit me in the butt. But that's just the nature of the game. They make changes, and what are you going to do? But for right now, you have been able to get all your answers. Descriptions of individual events can be found in a separate news article titled Return of the Mega Cube. But we can't because it's not here. Where you know where you find out Return of the Mega Cube info? This guy, Deuce. So anybody who needs help with Arrivals 1 through 4, send them to me and we'll help them out. And if this video helps you out, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and follow the Deuce because he loves you. Live long and prosper. I'll never assimilate you. Only your wallet, because I'm exactly like Scopely.
Remember, Spock doesn't go on the Enterprise. Live long and prosper. All the best.
An even better outro than the intro for the Empire and glory to your house.